Well, the war in Ukraine has fueled Europe's biggest humanitarian crisis since World War II.
And this morning, we're hearing how it's also impacting natives right here in New Orleans.
Joining us to talk about his personal efforts to help his native country of Ukraine is Tulane business and medical student Oleksandr Orak, who goes by Alex. Alex, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
A few hundred people showed up at a rally downtown yesterday in support of Ukraine, and you were there. First of all, tell us a little bit about your background. When did you immigrate to America, and who from your family still back home in Ukraine?
Yeah, I was born and grew up in Ukraine in Kharkiv. You know, I went to school there, I made friends, and have had many happy memories. I immigrated in 2006 when I was 14 years old, and we settled in Brooklyn, and I moved to New Orleans to begin medical school.
I'm sure this has been really difficult for you to watch what's been going on in your home country. Can you talk about, what family of yours is still in Ukraine, and are they safe? How are things going for them right now?
Yeah, fortunately, actually a few hours ago, I checked in with my uncle, and I'm very happy to hear that he is safe right now. But I have some family members that are hiding in the subway with their children, and others trying to make it out of the country.
I can't even imagine. What are your thoughts just in general? Because most of us here in America look at this as just absolutely senseless. What are your thoughts just about the whole thing and your emotions, your feelings?
It's been incredibly painful, and a lot of Ukrainian Americans have been hurting, and that is why I believe a lot of us are organizing to find ways to help.
Well, when you talk about ways to help, I know at the rally yesterday there were a lot of voices in favor of, not in favor of, but supporting Ukraine and the people there. How did it make you feel to be there yesterday, and what does that do to support your family and people across the world?
Yeah, I was overwhelmed by the turnout and the outpouring of support by the people of New Orleans, and it felt very hopeful to be able to be there and feel that support at that time.
I know you probably also kind of feel helpless. You're so far away. I know you talked to your uncle and you said, I mean, is this even really helping? What was his message to you? Because he said, yes, this makes a big difference.
Yeah, when he told me that, I felt quite emotional. And what he said is that it's incredibly important to show that support right now, because people in Ukraine are watching, and they want to see that people are willing to learn about Ukraine, about the country, about this conflict, and they want to see the motivation to help to people on the ground who right now may be in situations where they're living where they don't have power or access to heat in freezing weather. So it's extremely helpful for them to know that there are people who are looking out for them, even across the globe.
Well, it must feel supportive to you as well, as someone who's here, I don't want to say isolated from your family, but not with them right now. Can you talk about what that did for you?
Personally, the rally began with Anna singing Ukrainian anthem, and it was an incredibly emotional moment for me. I could not finish singing the anthem with her because it was very difficult to hold back tears at that time. It was really beautiful and heartwarming to hear our anthem and Ukrainian language and be around people from the same place.
Wow. Besides these rallies and people showing support, what else do people in Ukraine need from us here in the United States?
Personally, I believe we need additional humanitarian aid. We need life-saving medications delivered to the places that are currently being shelled nonstop, day and night. We need additional help for physicians who are over there on the ground, and resources in order for them to allow to do their jobs.
All right, Oleksandr, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We're sending best wishes to your family and to you as well.
Yeah, I know. A medical student and a business student, it's probably so hard to even focus on how full your plate is right now with all this going on. So our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family.
Thank you so much.
Guys, we will continue to follow the latest developments on the war in Ukraine, from what's happening on the ground and its economic impact worldwide. Follow our continued coverage through the morning on air, on our app, and on WWLTV.com.